Cross music and iMusic. Oh, music. My God. Music. What if I told you the most powerful people in the world are already being quietly arrested and trials have been happening for years? And here's why it matters. This could be the biggest truth release in human history. Stick around because what happens next changes everything. Hey everyone, after deep research and reviewing transmissions directly from the Pleiadian High Council, I found something shocking. The global elite aren't just falling, they're being taken down through secret military tribunals. In this video, I'm going to walk you through who's being tried, how the Earth Alliance is working with galactic forces, and why forgiveness might be the most important tool for ascension. You'll also discover what's coming that could change life on Earth forever. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Drop a star in the comments if you're ready for the truth to come out, and make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any updates. This is your moment. Don't look away. Right now, the planet is going through a shift, one that's been building for years. And if you felt it, if you've sensed that things are starting to move faster, you're exactly where you need to be. This message comes directly from Morera of the Pleiadian High Council, a being of light, wisdom, and love who has been working closely with Earth during this time of transformation. She speaks not just to inform us, but to remind us that hope is real, that change is happening, and that we are not alone. In this process, the old system, the 3D matrix of control, fear, and manipulation is finally breaking down. It's been crumbling for a while now, and those who try to hold on to power are losing their grip. But here's the beautiful part. As the old falls away, something new is rising, something bright, something full of truth, healing, and freedom. Morera says, "This isn't just another cycle. This is the end of an era and the beginning of something entirely new. We're not just moving into a better version of the same world, we're stepping into a completely different reality. One built on light, unity, and higher consciousness. And yes, it's already happening. Behind the scenes, powerful forces are at work. Not just human ones, but cosmic allies, too. The Earth Alliance, made up of brave men and women within governments and militaries, is working hand in hand with galactic beings like the Plins to bring justice and restoration to our planet. It might sound like science fiction, but the truth is often stranger. For years, secret military tribunals have been taking place. People who once held unimaginable power, people who caused harm on a massive scale, are being held accountable. Some were arrested as early as trials have been quietly happening in hidden locations, and many of the biggest names you thought were untouchable, they're no longer in control. Even some of the dark elite are choosing to cooperate, giving information in exchange for protection or a chance at redemption. Does that erase what they did? Number. But it does show that the tide is turning, and even those who once served darkness can choose light even at the last moment. This isn't just about punishment. It's about balance, about healing, about making space for something better. And you're part of this story. Whether you came from the stars or simply carry the light in your soul, you're here for a reason. You're here because you chose to be. So take a deep breath. Know that everything you've been sensing, the changes in energy, the emotional highs and lows, the strange events in the skies, all of it is part of a much bigger plan. A plan that's unfolding right now. And the best part, you don't have to go through this alone. There are helpers, guardians, friends from beyond this world who are guiding us every step of the way, because the dawn of a new era is here and it's only just beginning. You might be wondering, is any of this really happening? Or is it just another story we tell ourselves to feel hope? Let me tell you something. These tribunals are not theories, they are hell. And they've been going on longer than most people realize. Behind closed doors, away from the noise of the news and the distractions of daily life, secret military trials have been taking place for years. These aren't normal court cases. These are serious proceedings targeting some of the most powerful and dangerous individuals on the planet. The process started as early as and into early. That's when key members of what many call the Dark Cabal were quietly arrested and brought before military judges. Yes, you read that right. Arrests, trials, judgments. And these weren't random events. They were carefully planned, coordinated, and executed by a growing coalition of truth seekers within the system. People who still held positions of power but had chosen to serve justice instead of control. Many of these trials have taken place in locations you may already recognize. Places known for military operations or secure facilities. Some high-profile detainees were even transported via special prison barges designed to move them discreetly. The process didn't start with the top names. It began with the mid-level players, those directly involved in some of the darkest crimes imaginable, people connected to trafficking networks, black operations, and other deeply disturbing activities. These were not small-time criminals. These were facilitators of suffering on a global scale. But here's the good part. Many of them are no longer free. They are being held accountable. Their time of hiding in shadows is over, and now the focus is shifting upward. The tribunals are moving toward the highest levels, the ones who gave the orders, pulled the strings, and built the systems of control. Some of the biggest names you once saw in media or politics are no longer calling the shots. Many have already been stripped of their influence and are either detained or under close watch. You might not hear about all of this on mainstream TV, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. In fact, the silence is part of the strategy. These operations are being handled with precision and discretion to avoid chaos and prevent retaliation. Even some of the visible figures, those lower-level operatives who still pop up in government meetings or on news, are scrambling. They're losing grip. You can see it in their behavior. They're lashing out, trying to hold on to whatever power they have left. But it's not working. The old system is collapsing, and in its place, a new structure is rising. One built on truth, transparency, and accountability. This isn't just about punishment. It's about balance. About restoring order where there was corruption. About cleaning house so that healing can begin. And guess what? These efforts are not happening alone. They're supported by the Earth Alliance, a coalition of brave individuals within governments, militaries, and communities who have chosen to stand for light. And yes, they're also backed by galactic forces like the Pleiadians, who provide guidance, intelligence, and protection. Because this isn't just a human mission, it's a cosmic one. So if you've ever doubted whether justice could catch up to those who caused harm, take a deep breath, because it is happening right now behind the scenes, and it's only going to get more visible in the months and years ahead. Something powerful is happening behind the scenes. Something that most people don't see, but many of you deeply feel. The dark regime, the hidden, the strange behavior of public figures, the sudden resignations, the growing confusion among those who once seemed untouchable. These are signs that the system they built is no longer holding. For years, these groups operated in secret. They influenced governments, controlled media narratives, and pulled strings behind the scenes. But now, their power is slipping through their fingers. Many of the top players have already been removed. Some were, quietly, arrested years ago. Others are under watch, waiting for their time to come. And the ones still visible, they're scrambling. You can see it in how they react, how they lash out, make desperate moves, or try to distract the public with noise and chaos. But none of it is working anymore because the truth is coming out, and there's nothing they can do to stop it. What used to be hidden in shadows is now being exposed piece by piece. And this isn't just about a few bad people. This is about an entire structure of control that's collapsing. From the inside, think of it like a house built on a weak foundation. When the ground shifts, the whole thing starts to fall apart. That's exactly what's happening now. As more people awaken, as more light comes in, the darkness has less and less space to hide. It can't survive in higher vibrations. It can't function when truth is shining so brightly. This isn't just human work. Yes, brave people within governments and militaries are helping, but they're not alone.